The idea of humans not being alone is one that fascinates us. Each year, thousands of strange encounters are reported, and frustratingly for many people, they're left with more questions than answers. In the dense regions of our world where very few people have been, thousands of strange encounters are reported each year, and although many of these get explained as everyday things such as wildlife, there's some encounters that are not so easy to explain. This photograph has been floating around on various groups that investigate mysterious humanoids, and it's said that it was captured somewhere in northern Idaho. There's very little information on the photograph, and those who saw it said that it's an image that they hadn't seen before, with some calling it some of the best and clearest evidence they've seen. All across North America are reported sightings of large hairy humanoids, with those who have allegedly encountered them describing them as being covered in hair from head to toe, and commonly encountered within or nearby the untamed woods and landscapes found all across the United States and Canada. Oddly enough, not every state or local areas across North America refers to the creature as the same name, and more commonly local legends will feature similar descriptions of the creature but with slight variations. What's strange about these testimonies is that so many rangers, hikers and hunters have said they've either seen one of these creatures, or know someone that has. Although scientists and researchers have said there's no evidence to prove that these creatures exist, those who spend large amounts of time in forests have said this isn't the first time that someone reported finding one of these creatures in the snow. One user said the following: "In my opinion, this is some great evidence. It backs up the story of someone finding a strange creature in the snow, and we actually have solid evidence of a creature that resembles one of these humanoids in the form of a photograph. The issue when it comes to these reports is that there's so many fakes out there, and it's really not difficult to fake stuff like this. Something I do find interesting though is the fact that many people haven't seen this image, despite it being one of the clearest images of one of these creatures. A picture as clear as this would normally be sent around and hailed as being solid evidence, but this is the first time that I've seen it. In this case though, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and a photograph doesn't prove anything." End quote. Although many people have dedicated their lives to searching for clues proving that the creature is genuine, and that it lives somewhere in the forests of the United States, most evidence that's come to light has been debunked, which amateur researchers have said is frustrating as they know they saw something that resembled a large humanoid. But some of the most compelling evidence that has surfaced thus far has been the testimony of eyewitnesses that have nothing to gain from lying. Some of the best evidence that researchers use is that of the Gigantopithecus. The first fossils of the Gigantopithecus were found back in 2014 in the country of Indonesia. It's been described as being 9.5 feet tall and ape-like in nature, matching the physical height descriptions of modern-day sightings. Unfortunately, not much information is known surrounding the Gigantopithecus, as the fossils that have been recovered have only been bone fragments of jawbones, a mandible and fossilized teeth. The majority of surrounding information on the physical properties of the species is due to its close evolutionary relative, the orangutan. Many believe that the locomotion of Gigantopithecus would have been similar to modern humans, walking on both its hands and feet to maintain the least amount of stress on joints and limbs. However, further evidence from the mandible points to evidence of bipedal walking. This evidence is found in the shape of the mandibles, all of which were U-shaped that would have widened to the rear, leading many researchers to believe that the species had room for the windpipe to rest within their jaw, of which would allow the skull of the species to sit evenly on a fully erected spine similar to a bipedal modern human. This distinction is also noted in modern great apes, of whom have skulls that rest in front of the spine, forcing them to move on both their legs and hands. Bipedal walking matches the modern-day sightings of these creatures. Researchers have suggested that going by its current estimate size, Gigantopithecus could have been anywhere from 12 to 30 times stronger than a human. It's common knowledge that this creature has long been extinct, but there's those that think it could still be living in remote parts of the world. Researchers that believe large humanoids are walking around in dense regions of the world have said this is literal proof that an animal that closely resembled them once existed, and have said that perhaps there's small clusters of them that have managed to survive in the wilderness without being detected by modern-day humans. It seems unlikely that such a large creature will be able to go undetected, but as some wildlife researchers have pointed out, each year thousands of new animal species are discovered every year, showing us that we're still nowhere close to mapping out every living creature. With technology becoming more advanced, hikers and researchers have said that it's only a matter of time before we make a breakthrough discovery that they hope will prove once and for all that these creatures are genuine. So what do you make of these interesting reports? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.